So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now. If the audio sounds a little weird, I apologize again. Um, Apparently, Streamlabs when I recorded didn't like what I did, or it just didn't recognize my mic, and all of the audio for this episode just doesn't exist anymore. So I'm going back and just watching it as I record the audio. Um, the main thing to take away is that the episode's only like 20 minutes, give or take. I think a couple minutes after that. I'm just walking around talking to people at the moment, so hey, there's that. But overall, it's weird doing it from this side. I'm not gonna lie. But we're going in. I caught a Lapras in the North Lake. I can't remember. I'm not bringing it into this fight, but I'm mainly just kind of looking over the team at the moment. We're gonna start with Snorlax. I was talking to myself like start with Snorlax. We're going into a psychic fight, a lot of psychic fairies, so we're going to go in with Heavy Slam, I think is what the move is called. It's a steel type move. The downside here is that I didn't see the Mawile coming. I thought about it literally as the Mawile comes out. Yeah. Nobody cares, Bede. Shut up. But yeah, I thought about the Mawile the moment I saw it pop up, and immediately was like, oh, this is gonna suck, especially when I got hit with Intimidate. But what can you do? Aside from that, we just play it like normal. We'll just keep spamming the A button, trying to get through the conversation pretty quick. I guess from this side, I'll just kind of explain the ideas that I had going through this. So, oh shit. Sorry. So this is where I saw the Mawile come out, then the Intimidate, and then immediately turn into, oh. So I just went along with it, and I said, okay, you know what, we'll do it this way then. We went ahead and went with Heavy Slam because it was probably the best move I could have done. I joked about using Belly Drum, but no way that's happening. I'm glad I didn't go with Belly Drum because when I saw how much damage Play Rough did, yeah, we would have been dead the next turn. Is that 70 damage or something like that? We were from 235 to 165, so yeah, like 70 damage. Heal from leftovers a little bit, we do another Heavy Slam. And then once we got the next attack drop, it was like, we're just gonna do it. We already committed to it. We're gonna swap out here. It's either swap out or I force the heal on this one. So I chose to swap out. We go into Korax, I think. No, we went into Cinder. I think it was debating on. Oh no, we went to Whip, didn't we? Because it was Health. No, we went to Cinder, yeah. I completely messed up here. Like, going to Cinder was fine, but, and this was me checking defense stats and whatnot. But going into Cinder was fine, because Cinder can take the hit. The problem was, I should have stayed in on Cinder. And you'll see, once we actually get into it. Oh, I may have gone to Corviknight. Or Korax. It was one of the two. I'm sure I went into Cinder, though, because I just did it with Fire type. Yeah. I went into Cinder. I'm just gonna Fireball. We didn't take too much damage from that. I wasn't too worried about it. Even if it crit, I wasn't really worried because of the defense difference. And then it avoided the attack, which was annoying. And this was the first blunder I had. I should have just stayed in. I did not expect this Gardevoir to have Calm Mind. I should have, absolutely I should have, if I'm the moment I thought about it, I was like, oh, god damn it. I should have just stayed in and just fireballed it again. If I had just fireballed it, it probably would have died in one hit. And this fight would have been way easier. But I went into win. Because I was like, I can tank these hits fairly easily. I'll just start to hit it with Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, some audio issues. That's fine. At this point, I just said, you know what, I have to do as much damage as I can. And it was definitely not the way to go. But again, like, what can you do, you know? When you misplay, you just have to go with what's best in that situation. What's scary, though, is that, yeah, and this is where I decide, you know what, no, I have to just stay in. Because if I change to anything, because I have no use for this after the fact. Like, I could still use Whip, of course, I could. But I have so many other options for dragon types going forward. I have Lapras. I have, well, I don't really have Weavile, but I have Lapras. I have Junie. So I have plenty of ways to really, like, pair into it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna end up dying here, it doesn't matter. We can sack Whip, that way we get a safe switch. And here, we're looking at special defense. So I was like, I could probably swap into Thorax and be okay. Snorlax would be a good switch in, but with the health Snorlax was at in that moment, there was no way I could, especially with it being +3. So I went with the safest out, which is back to Cinder. Cinder is the only Pokemon I have on this team at the moment that I am 100% sure will one-shot this Gardevoir with how much health it has. Like, Laggy probably could have done it too. Junie, maybe, but I don't know if Junie would have outsped. And that's the big thing, is that I needed to outspeed the Gardevoir. So the only thing we have to do now is not miss the Pyro Ball. If we miss Pyro Ball, and I figured, you know, I could maybe go for Headbutt and possibly kill at this point, but I want to play it safe and just Pyro Ball. Get stabbed, not super effective, but we get stab bonus with our attack stat. As long as that hits, it is dead 100%. Then the Rapidash comes out, which we're not too scared of, honestly. But we're not going to stay in on Cinder. Mostly as a just in case. I don't want to lose Cinder here. Cinder still has plenty of use after this. I debate a lot here. I was thinking I could stay in, but no. Let's go play it safe. We're going to Korax. I don't know if this thing does physical or special moves, but we're going to Korax. We have a ton of defense. I'm going to assume it's going to throw out a physical move. Hopefully, Korax comes out, and I'm going to Steel Wing it to death. Korax is super tanky, has a decent attack stat, so we should be able to tank a lot. Didn't matter what attack came out, I felt. And I'm fairly certain I'm right, because Psycho Kit does like 15, 20 damage, and then Dazzling Gleam doesn't do much more. Okay, it did like 30, I think. 30 and 20, something like that. And this situation was okay. He healed. We got another Steel Wing off. And I think the second one did more damage than that one did. A little bit. So then the idea was, okay, we got the defense boost, that doesn't really do much. U-turn should kill here. I could still wing it again for sure. And just kill, which I think I may have done there. Really? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay, that's what happened. I tried just steel winging it into staying in, and then said, okay, you know what? We're just gonna U-turn. We should definitely get the damage we need, and from there we'll just end that, get that out of here. And the U-turn allows us to swap back into Slam Jam, and from there Slam Jam can Dynamax and just tear this Hatterene apart. No questions asked. I don't know why I stay on this for so long. I can't remember what I was talking about to myself. I may have been going because I verbalize a lot. So I'm fairly certain I probably was just like going over exactly what I just said. I was like, I can switch into Snorlax, and I was surprised. I didn't realize I would get the leftovers there. But I knew, I was like, I can switch into Slam Jam. At this point, it's basically a fresh start. I'm going to Dynamax, get an extra 120 health. Even with this thing Dynamaxing, there's no way it's going to deal enough damage to kill me in one hit. Doesn't matter what move it does. Especially with it being Hatterene. It's a special attacker, Snorlax is a special defense tank. And it has a ton of health. So Dynamax, that way we don't have to worry about it. And we move on. I think it takes 2 hits. But we just max skill spike twice. From there though, the rest of the video is me going over what I should bring into the next fight. It's a lot of theorizing, basically. I'll wait till we get to it. I'm hoping I'm just going to drop this audio in after I amplify it and then, I guess, clean it up to get the buzzing out of it, because man, that shit's annoying. This is my first time actually using Audacity, so when I found out my mic and Streamlabs wasn't recording, I immediately pain in the ass, man. But hey, it all worked out in the end, hopefully. I won't be recording this for much longer. We're already 15 minutes into the video, so I just have to rewatch it to know where I need to say stuff and shit. Alright, so there's the second max skill spike. Fight's over finally. Why is this audio so far behind? It's weird because like 20 seconds, I'm currently 13:30 in and the audio shows 13:06. I don't know what's going on, man. Hey, whatever. So, for the next fight with Nessa, or going over, it's just falling farther and farther behind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it really is. That's so weird. Whatever. So yeah, and he's like, oh, hey, you won the fight, cool. So, going in for Nessa, I know Whipped has fainted. Whipped is going into the box. Whip did a lot. Whip was surprisingly really good. Junie's not going into this fight. I'm going to swap out for Roserade. Slug is not going into the fight either because it doesn't have Storm Drain or whatever the ability is called. I was going to put the Lapras in, but I realized it's level, so it's a little too high, unfortunately. Lapras would have been really good for this fight because of Water Absorb. I could have just swapped into it and eaten hits and healed and shit, you know? Really good stats, too. Yeah, and I put it on the team and then realized, oh, it's level 56. I can't use that. Cinderace isn't going to go into this fight. Even though I could bring it in and use it as a pivot, I'm not going to. I still have the Cloyster too that I could level up. Mammoth Swine I can use for Raihan, so I'm good on ice types. Conductive we're going to bring in, though, for sure. I think when I start the next episode, we're going to start with Korax. Because I don't know what she's going to throw out first. And if my hunch is right, she'll either start with the Barracuda thing, or she'll start with whatever Wimpod evolves into. I can't ever remember its name. That's what I would guess. Or, because I was going over it too, and I was thinking, I have to keep in mind that these fights are actually somewhat difficult. And she may have something that uses Rain Dance. And then I started thinking, I was like, wait. There's an ability that whenever you swap in or get thrown out, it starts rain. And I remember Pelipper has that. So if she has Pelipper, that might be the first thing that she throws out as well. And if that's the case, I need to drop the Pelipper, and then, and yeah, you would think, oh, if you're going to drop the Pelipper, you'd have an electric type out. But that's the thing, I don't know what it's going to be. If it's the thing that Wimpod evolves into, I have to be very careful because it has a move that's super powerful. So I just have to be super careful. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this now. From here on, I've got Nessa, I've got Bia, and then I have Raihan. Bia, I'm a little worried about because I don't really have a lot to deal with her. I really don't. Oh, I might have to bring Grimmsnarl because I think Fairy type is super effective against fighting. It wouldn't be terrible, but it's one of those things where I'm thinking about it and I'm like, man. I bring Chandelure into it probably as well. But this will probably be the team I go into this fight with. Snorlax, Roserade, Laggy, Korax, Angst, and Conductive. Or, sorry, Flametham. I still haven't named the fucking Roserade. I completely forgot about it. So yeah, I was thinking to myself, I'm probably going to lead with Conductive, but after I recorded, I started thinking more. So I think I will be starting with Korax. Excuse me. If I don't start with Korax, I start with Slam Jam. Just something that has a lot of health and is tanky, just in case. Oh, whoops. But that's basically this episode. I think this is about the time that I realized, oh shit, my mic's not recording. And I was pissed off. Otherwise, you know what? That is what it is, right? So, I've been recording long enough for this audio, I think. It looks like it's really far behind now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the audio, and I'm going to get it into this video and try to sync it up, I guess. I don't know. You know? But anyways, you guys take it easy, alright? Hopefully this doesn't happen again, and we don't have to deal with it again. Y'all take it easy, alright? Laters.